Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apocalypse Sue, the podcast with no upside. And now, here he is. Oh my gosh. If he was here, you'd grab him by the cheeks and kiss him on the lips. Make it loud for the sexual dynamo of Eddie Pepitone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. And we are back. Me and my buddy, sidekick Kevin Tinkin, producer Kevin Tinkin, editor Kevin Tinkin, and also our producer here in the studio, Rob. Hey, Bear. Rob, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, the dulcet tones of Rob Bear. Kev, what
Hey.
the hell is going on?
What the fuck is happening? I'm living the dream, baby. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I had a Coke
What are you
Zero.
doing for the holidays, by the way?
So-
a Coke Zero. I had a Coke. Can we just talk about the elephant in the room?
Please.
Fucking this whole thing, this whole beverage, Coke Zero. I'll tell you, it couldn't be more aptly named because it adds zero to your life. You know? Go ahead. Now, what were you going to say?
So what am I doing for the holidays? I'm going to Fresno to be with the
Oh,
in-laws.
hold on. Going to Fresno this time of year. Going to Fresno for the holiday season. What can be better than driving into Central California where the water wars are happening?
It's the holiday season. And you
Farmer John is trying to kill council members who won't vote for unlimited water for the It's the holidays. Daddy!
And where's the water gone? A boopity boo.
A boobity boo. There's no more water. We can't grow our lettuce and our artichokes up here in the north.
Though I gotta say, hopefully my family's not watching that. Not my immediate family, my extended family. So
Hopefully, my family isn't watching this. If you are, I'm just trying to make a little bread.
yeah. Chill out.
All
It's
right.
cool.
This isn't about you. All right? It's about me.
I like that. That's true.
Well, you got to threaten family.
You gotta do it. Keep them in line. But we got a cat now, so
Oh,
we can only be
cats are the
gone
best.
for one night. And honestly, it's a double blessing because I got that beautiful little kitty cat.
Oh, I
and-
love the cat. You could get someone to take care of it. Cats are.
No, but Eddie,
Yeah.
you're missing it
Why?
because I have to leave my in-laws. I can only stay for one night. I gotta get back home and take care of the cat.
You didn't get the cat out of love. You got the cat so you could leave your in-laws.
Yeah, well, it's a nice side effect of it. You know what I mean? It really is a convenient thing because otherwise, they're like, stay. We love, and I'm like, I love you too, but
Yeah, that's true. I get out of a lot of things by saying I got to walk the dog,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I got to get out of here.
I use my wife. I've only had done it a couple of times, but it works. It works, especially kids too. People go, "Hey, I'm doing a half marathon in about 3 months. Would you want it?" I'd love to, man. I just, my kids demand a lot of time from me. My kids and family. Like, I understand you're a family man. Sorry, I'd love to do that half
Love
marathon,
to.
but
Yeah.
got to be a good dad.
I use my dog for every excuse. People ask me, can you give blood? I'll be like, I'd love to. I got to walk the dog. Or,
Yeah.
someone will be trapped or pinned under a vehicle.
Yeah.
They'll be yelling, help, help. And I'll be like, love to, got to walk the dog. You know what I mean? Like, you could use it for anything. Like you see, someone... someone is perched on a ledge, about to take their own life. And they're like, sir, can you talk to me? I'd love to, but I got to walk the pooch. Or whatever it is.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could, you could like, young man, can you help me get these groceries into the car. And I'll be like, first of all, you sound German, and I'm half Jewish.
That's right.
And secondly, I got to walk the dog, ma'am. Oh, but I need to get the groceries. What you need to do, give up the bullshit with the Third Reich, and also put your own fucking No, look, I got to walk the dog.
I do love the idea of that character of the guy who's maybe his life's been a little bit disorganized, and he just really struggles with discipline. And he says, you know what, today, and then he goes out and he forgot to walk the dog took a shit in the living room. He goes, all right, and the next day he goes, never again. All right, I'm gonna go get the mail. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to walk the dog immediately. I'm not going to forget this time. And then he goes out to get the mail, and there's a huge car accident. And there's somebody under the car, and he's got his mail, and he sees the guy going, help, help. And he looks at him, and he looks back at you can see the dog in the window. It's like, I promised myself I'm going to stay disciplined.
I am trying to practice self-care.
That's right.
And the way you build self-care is to keep your word to yourself. Now, I understand you're pinned in the vehicle and you probably have very, very little time left. But if I don't walk this dog, my life goes to shit, pal.
That's right. Look, I get it. You're dying. I get that the car is on your lungs and you can't breathe. But if it's this is the domino that just starts my whole life down, and I've put it.
I know your life is about to come to an end, but I'm just beginning with my new discipline regimen of what. By the time he's finished talking to the guy, the dog is shot in the living room,
and he could have helped him. He took all this time to explain.
Oh no, he shot on my Churchill poster. How the hell did he shit on the wall? Imagine you have a dog who shits on the walls, like somehow, and high on the walls, like where you have, your kid's achievement label.
Family
How
photos.
the fuck did you shit on my kid's achievement certificate for being the first kid to drink 8 Cocos in the new children's bar down the street?
Dude, this really happened this week. I take my dog to go get my kids, my little tiny black little Chihuahua dog. She's so cute.
Oh, I forgot. How old is your little Chihuahua dog?
I think she's about 15 years old.
I think she's 15.
Well, I inherited her from my mom, and we didn't know how old she was when my mom had her. And so then we got her, and by the way, we got her, and then I talked to my my brother like 2 years later after my mom passed, and I go, shoot, I got to walk Daisy. He goes, Mom's dog? I go, yeah. He goes, oh, I thought we sent her to the shelter. I didn't know you had her.
Oh, my God.
And I was like,
who said that, your brother?
My brother. I'm like, we're not.
First of all, I didn't know you had a brother.
Yeah, I got 2 half brothers, 2 half sisters, 3 foster sisters, and 2 stepsisters.
Okay, I don't even want to get into. I can't decipher that, and I don't want to. But congratulations on that. Do you see them all for Christmas and stuff?
Periodically.
Periodically.
The steps I don't see very often, but all my halves.
Rift in the family, folks.
Yeah.
There are so many rifts in all our families. My name is Detective Sergeant Johnson, and I want to talk to you about rifts in the family. All right, now look, if you have a rift in the family, arm yourself. And the reason I say that is that people in your family, where there is a disagreement, they may come and try to kill you. And that means I have paperwork. So please, arm yourself so you can protect yourself and I don't have to file all this fucking paperwork. All right? Please. It's not that I don't care about life, but when there's a murder, the paperwork is endless. I'm Detective Frank Johnson. Okay? I keep telling myself I'm Detective Frank Johnson. I'm a guy who's got an ulcer, and I also have an unknown thing on my back. I don't know what it is. A lot of people say that I've been exposed to some kind of rare disease because I have something. Anyway, I'm kind of digressing. What I'm saying here is if there is a rift in your family, please take precautions, because if you get killed by a distraught family member, I'm up to my fucking ears in paperwork. And most of my pens disappear, by the way. Anybody else have that problem? My pens disappear. I got all this paperwork to do because you didn't arm yourself and you got killed in cold blood by either an axe or, Yeah, a lot of people get out. Yeah, in families, it's usually violent. So there's usually it's either a bludgeoning or you get axed. I wish I had a nickel for every time I saw someone get axed.
Dude, I like the idea of that guy with the same picadillos being the guy who's trying to, who's talking somebody off a ledge. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it. The amount of paperwork I'm going to have to do.
That's good.
That would be good.
Sir, you have a lot to live for. No, I don't. Well, then would you consider I've got duplicate paperwork to do and I can't find any pens? Where are your No, I went to a kid. Hold it. I went into a kid there. No, where are your pens? I mean, come on. How many pens keep them in a drawer, in one drawer, and you never lose them? Sir, you have a lot to live for. No, I don't, asshole. You don't have my life. Yeah, but if you throw yourself off of this, let's call it a bridge. It's a fucking window ledge. All right, window. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at recognizing the structures people are throwing themselves off of. Look, all I'm saying is that you should have pens under lock and key. What are you talking about? I'm not going to keep a big pens under lock and key. They're 19 cents for 10 of them. Really? Where do you shop? CVS has them for 19 cents a thing of 10. 19 cents or you mean $1.19? First of all, we sound alike. That was another episode of The Cop talking someone off the ledge who sounds exactly like him. And he doesn't want to do paperwork because he can't find his pens.
When you were doing that, I also thought it would be funny too if the guy on the ledge can't hear him. So he's the whole time going, the paperwork. The guy's going, what? What? He's like, you got a lot to live for. Come on, don't do it. I can't hear. It's too windy up here.
Yeah. Can you either get a better bullhorn so I can hear you, or come closer to me? This is the only bullhorn we could afford. There have been cuts in the department, and we have to have these shitty bullhorns. What?
Did you say jump? I should jump?
No. What? I can't stress enough that I don't want you to jump. Not only would it be a mess, an absolute fucking mess, but also I hate paperwork. You hate me?
I look plump? Did you say I look plump?
Did you say you drive a Honda Element? No, I didn't say that, even though I do, so this is getting weird.
How did I know that? How did I know that you drove an Element?
Oh, so you can hear me.
What?
Oh, yeah, right. Fuck you, buddy. Jump. I dare you to jump. And then the guy jumps. Yeah. The guy jumps like I dare you to jump, and he just jumps, and then then he's right in front of the guy splat, and the guy is like, fuck, that's a lot of paperwork. Yeah. And look at my clothes. I got fucking John Doe splattered all over my new chinos. Does anybody wear chinos anymore? Remember that name for pants?
Yeah. I think you have to. I think you get a pair of chinos when you join a country club. You have to. You get a pair of Dockers and a pair of chinos.
Rob, you've heard of chinos, right?
Sure. Yeah.
What are they exactly? Do you know?
They're just trousers that
Just trousers.
Trunks.
they tend to be like cotton.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm wearing chinos actually.
Is that
Wow.
right? Well, you're very casual. Rob is very casually dressed.
Casual guy.
Yeah.
It's by the way, it is Casual Friday here at the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Every day.
Every day. But what's interesting is it is Friday, and it's super casual.
Mm-hmm.
This studio is known for its casual. There are a lot of people walking around nude here
Yeah.
in other podcasts.
Yeah. I honestly, it makes me feel that the nudeness makes me feel that metaphorically we can become naked on the podcast. You know what I mean? Like
Vulnerability?
we're able to be emotionally naked in front of people when we see the nudity.
Ooh, I think you're leading me into a driving in the rain.
Oh. Oh, by the way, Detective Sergeant Johnson is literally my father-in-law's job and title when he retired.
No fucking way.
Yeah, Detective Sergeant Greg Johnson. Yeah, literally.
Hello, sixth sense that Eddie Pepitone has,
Yeah.
channeling things around him. Ooh, Eddie Pepitone. Maybe it is worth becoming a Patreon member.
That's right.
Patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone.
Before I forget, I think it would be good too for you to do like a fortune teller, like a Miss Cleo type character. You remember that, Miss Cleo?
Oh, where was that from, Miss Cleo?
She would do these late night commercials where it'd be like, "Call in to me right now, and I'll tell you your future."
A Rastafarian?
Yeah, she was a Jamaican, and she would
Jamaican, yeah,
and
right.
she would do like call in.
Hello,
now.
yeah. Listen, do you want your fortune told? And there goes that.
It's a little more.
Now I'm going.
Scottish.
I go from Rastafarian to Irish. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you were Rastafarian. No, I'm not.
Oh no, I can tell you your future though.
By the way, I'm in the middle of a great movie by Martin McDonough starring Colin Farrell
Ooh.
and Brendan Gleeson called The Banshees of Inisherin.
Wow.
Inishin?
What?
Inishin?
Inisherin.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Inishin. I don't know if it's Inishin or Inishin.
Yeah, it's spelled Inishin or
A
Inishin.
Mises pizza.
A Mises pizza.
That was last episode.
I apologize.
But yes, it is an awesome movie. These three had teamed up and had done In Bruges, which was a great movie. Did anybody see In Bruges?
No.
Love that movie.
Yeah. Well, dude, you got to see
The Banshees of Inisherin.
The Banshees of Inisherin. If you loved In Bruges and the chemistry between Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, this one is killing me. And it's deeper. It's so good. It's so good.
It's called The Banshees in Ed Sheeran.
No. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Let's just leave it at that.
All right. Drive in the rain. Drive in the rain. We'll do it.
No, it's not. Also, I wanted to mention before we get into it, driving in the rain, I am going to, if you folks are in the Bay Area, I don't know when this episode's coming out, but I'm performing December 30th and 31st at the Alameda Comedy Club. In general, you should always go to eddiepepitone.com. But I'll be in the Alameda Comedy Club for New Year's, the day before New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Eve. So please come to the Alameda Comedy Club, eddiepepitone.com. I should have a ticket link up.
Yeah, it looks like we got April 7th and April 8th, but that's all we got on here. So it looks like we don't have those January dates on your website.
Oh, they're not up yet?
No,
Okay,
no,
they
no.
will be up soon.
Absolutely.
You know, I'll have them up. I guarantee you by New Year's Day, the New Year's Eve show. I will absolutely have the New Year's Eve show up New Year's Day.
Guys, if you have a time machine, go back. That show last night was so good. I've done that. Like, I got a show in 30 minutes. Come out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you're like, fuck, I didn't promote it. And you're like thinking that posting 30 minutes before the show is going to get you a flood of people.
Yeah, it just pisses
like,
everybody off.
Hey, Frankie, you just came through the wires. Wires? Yeah, what do you mean wires? I mean, it came on the internet. Well, why are you calling them wires? I don't know, it's an old... I've been watching old movies, and it just came over the wires. Tinkin is playing in about... Well, now it's 25 minutes since you're fucking breaking my balls about wires. I don't know why. The only thing I know is piano wire, where you sneak up behind people, you strangle them.
Oh, yeah. I do like the idea of a guy calling the internet the wires.
Look what came over the wires. Tinkin is playing in 5 minutes.
Looks like he's playing at AM PM gas station. It looks like he's gonna be by the candy aisle.
AM PM. I'll tell you, AM PM gas stations. There's attention to detail there. Have you been there lately?
Oh yeah.
What a great sandwich! You ever have an egg salad sandwich from a gas station?
I literally had one 2 nights ago.
From a gas station?
Yes. Yeah, I was driving
Egg
home.
salad?
Yeah, I was driving
Jesus
home.
Christ, I am channeling this man. I channeled your detective
That's so weird.
father-in-law, is it?
Yeah, my father-in-law, yeah.
And now the fact that you were in an AM PM gas station. Well, what the fuck were you buying? I was joking. Why are you buying egg salad? We're gonna lose you to a poisoned egg salad sandwich.
No, it was like a mom and pop place, but they had a sandwich shop inside the gas station. But I was coming home from Orange County from a show, and it was like an hour and a half.
You do shows in Orange County?
Yeah. They booked me down there at the yacht clubs and
The
whatnot.
yacht club.
I've actually done one show for a yacht club.
I
in
can
Orange
see
County.
your clientele is like, oh, did you hear that Tinkin will be doing some stand-up tonight? Yes, I just love the way he pokes fun at himself,
Would you happen to have any stock-based jokes? Jokes about the stock market?
Oh, my God. He did a joke the other day about offshore money accounts that had me wrong. You know how we hide our money, Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how we hide our money, Tom.
Oh, Bill, how did you get into this club? You don't sound like one of us.
I just, I was able to pull some strings, but yeah, I know how we hide our money in offshore accounts. You ever read the Panama Papers? All these fucking wealthy fucks like us, we can just hide our money in offshore accounts, because the rich basically don't pay any taxes all over the world. The rich basically have revolted against paying taxes, so all the average citizens have to pay all the fucking taxes.
Hey, listen, I don't need to be lectured to. I just want to tell you Tinkin is performing in 5 minutes. It just came in over the wire.
What are you talking about, wire?
I like that voice. Oh, my.
Very Mr. Howell from Gilligan's Island. Hello, how are you? Lovey. Remember Mr. Howell?
Yeah. Lovey, Jim Backus, very good character actor.
Lovey, what are you doing, Lovey?
Oh, Thurston, Gilligan's Island, if you never saw it. By the way, there's a blue light here, and I was talking to that like it was the camera. I'm completely disoriented. I talk to cameras don't work, and like a light bulb instead of the actual.
I mean, you're always going towards the light. You know,
I am
what I mean?
going toward the light,
which is you always keep it positive.
Oh my God!
Speaking of going towards the light, should we take a moment to join the noir comedy drama that is Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone?
I got into my cab, or what the kids today called Uber/Lyft /Bloodmobile/Therapy/Instacart/DoorDash/Uber Eats. Who the fuck is eating all this shit? I had next to me a ham on rye that I had to deliver in this pouring rain. The rain was coming down so viciously. This rain was more vicious than a rabid dog that had been tied up since the Kennedy assassination. I'm talking about the JFK, not Robin. I'm talking about JFK, who was assassinated in 1969. this rabid dog. That's how hard, that's how vicious this rain was coming down, and I had to deliver a ham and rye to one of Charles Bukowski's relatives, Millie Bukowski. You remember Bukowski wrote that famous novel, Ham and Rye? Well, his great-great-granddaughter, Millie Bukowski, only ate ham and rye. She looked like shit because that's all she ate were ham and rye in honor of her great-great-grandfather, who was an inveterate drunk. But he got popular among pseudo-hipsters. He was a great drinker, Bukowski. Pretty good poet. I thought he's overrated anyway. The rain was so vicious. It was more vicious than a rabid dog that was tied up since the JFK assassination, which would make this dog about 45 years old, which would make this dog a fucking anomaly, because if a dog lives past 16, I want you to show me that dog. Anyway, the rain was coming down so hard, I had a ham and rye next to me on a plate. I didn't even bother to wrap it. I would just deliver sandwiches on a plate, and the rain hit my car so viciously. I can't tell you how vicious this was. It was more vicious than a United States drone attack on a civilian wedding. This rain was more vicious than a UFC fighter who hadn't eaten since the Martin Luther King assassination, which made this UFC fighter really, really old. This rain was more vicious than a goddamn banshee. You ever see a banshee? Me neither, but I know they're vicious. And I'm driving, and all of a sudden I see a beautiful dame. I see a beautiful dame on the side of a road with a sign that said, "Please, if you give me a ham on rye, I will do anything for you." That's what her sign said. I was barely able to make it out because the vicious rain was coming down, and a lot of the letters were runny. Her sign was running, but what I could make out was, "If you have a ham on rye, I'll do anything to you." So I pulled over. She opened the door, and she saw the ham on rye, and she said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Just some company." She took the ham on rye and inhaled it. I said, "You know who that ham on rye was for?" And unbelievably, she knew it was for Millie Bukowski. She said, "Millie Bukowski?" I said, "Yeah, it was for Millie Bukowski." "So you want some company, do you?" And the rain came down even more vicious. The rain came down like a police state. You know, the state that the United States is going to be in soon when martial law is declared because poverty has gotten too much. We already have police states within our cities. Each city has internal colonies that are policed like a fucking police state. That's how vicious the rain was. That's how vicious the rain was, she said. "Boy, the rain is coming down viciously. You're quite a looker for an Uber Eats driver." I said, "I like to keep myself. I like to keep my figure. Yes, I always watch my figure," I told her, "by doing little exercises. I do burpees. I do squat thrusts." She said, "I don't care how dirty you talk to me. I'm not giving you fellatio." I said, "I don't want fellatio. I want company." "Why is your eye twitching?" "Because I'm trying to blink a novel." "What the fuck are you talking about?" she said to me, and just then, when you thought the rain couldn't come down any more viciously, it came down even more viciously. It came down like a chainsaw, cutting through a family of 4. It came down so viciously. It came down more viciously than someone who had a ball-peen hammer who would do home invasions on the elderly. This rain was so vicious that you didn't even want to know. My God, she turned and looked at the rain. This rain is vicious, I said, my point exactly. So you want company, huh? How can a guy like you who has a great figure from burpees and squat thrusts need company? I said, because my figure is so good, a lot of people are afraid to hang me. Oh, so you intimidate people. I say, you must not be foreign to that game. You must intimidate a lot of people. Just then, a dog ran in front of my car. I swerved. We went flying. The car tumbled on its side. We were on our side, and the rain came down. The engine halted. We were on our side. She no longer had any life in her. I looked at her. Her neck was broken. I was like, holy shit. I didn't think Uber Eats was gonna be like this. The rain started coming down even more viciously. I'm talking about more vicious than a technological society that had the singularity and the machines had taken over and just had starting to destroy the people one by one. Robotic weaponized drones and animals would come to the door and just say, and people would say, who is it? And they would say, delivery. And then they would just open fire with their weaponized robotic meat. That's how vicious the rain was coming down. I had a dead broad next to me. I had a car that wasn't working. There was only a little bit of the ham and cheese left over. I grabbed the ham and cheese sandwich. I ran to Millie Bugowski's place. I rang the bell. She came down. I gave her what was left of the ham and cheese. She slapped me.
Thanks for joining us on another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
Boy, that one got out of
I love the idea that you're standing there with your car and there's a dead person. You grab a loose, half-eaten ham and cheese to deliver it to somebody.
Well, from what I've heard, these Uber Eats and Instacart and DoorDash, people who have to do that, which is so many people in the United States now because, we don't have we don't have any manufacturing jobs or barely any, and people have to do this gig economy, and it's called gig economy because, that means no healthcare benefits, no unionization, all that stuff. I hear that they are trained, incredibly, like, they have to deliver this food or they will be. I mean, I think Uber now has an Uber firing squad. Like, if you don't deliver a certain amount of whatever it is, the food that you deliver, whether it's ramen noodles or pho. A lot of people are eating pho now, and I'm not talking PHO pho noodles. I'm talking about FAU. Faux
fake
chicken.
Noodles.
No, for fake noodles, fake chicken, fake beef is being delivered as veganism gets more popular. Uber now has firing squad.
Yep.
Where it's staffed by other Uber members. Again, the people who kill the Uber people, the firing squad, they are not unionized. By the way, I wonder if there is a firing squad out there that's unionized.
Yeah, well, speaking of which, if you're interested in being part of a firing squad, go to uber.com/murderer/Pepitone for 10%
Mention
off.
our podcast and get $3 off of your next Uber Eats.
Yeah, your next Uber firing squad.
Oh my God, yeah. But yeah, I wonder if there is a unionized firing squad. Like like it's sort of like a Jimmy Hoffa type guy, and he's like, "Look, we are the people who shoot people who are sentenced to death here. And so we need to come together and unionize." Yeah, I got a question. Yeah, Frank. I'm starting to feel not good about shooting people. Frank, I told you you're doing this to support your family, fucking Frank. By the way, I have changed my name from fucking Frank to just plain Frank. All right, Frank, look. You got it. You're shooting people so you can feed your family. Think about that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah?
Yeah, Shmee Mike. Hello, I introduce myself to everybody. I'm one of the guys. What I do is I put on the blindfold and I light the cigarette right before they blow it. And, it gives me real bad carpal tunnel, and I got to buy my own lighters, All
right, now look, this is okay. Mike.
My thumb's sore from the lighter when I do the lighter thing, and I got no health care.
Right. That's why I'm trying to unionize us, Mike. The guy who puts the blindfold on and the guy who lights the cigarettes, and you got to buy your own cigarettes. That's crazy.
It's like I'm doing two jobs. I'm the blindfold guy and the cigarette lighting guy.
Yeah, I know. You've told me that 3 times.
But look, and they're paying me for one job. I got 2 jobs. You know what I mean? It's like, it's bullshit.
All right, Mike. That's why I got everybody here today from the firing squad, you and Frank, and a couple of people didn't show up because they had to shoot somebody at dawn over here, here in Pennsylvania. They had to shoot somebody at dawn that murdered an entire Catholic school.
You ever worked at that firing squad area there? You ever go up there in Pennsylvania to be a fire? Beautiful area, beautiful
area to shoot people.
Gorgeous, so lush, and the Amish. You gotta love the Amish out there. They never say nothing. You see them driving by in a buggy, and we're there, of course, for shooting somebody, for the gig. It's a job, it's a living, but what a beautiful place.
I'm gonna let that one peter out. Yeah. So, what were we talking about? I forget. We just came out of a driving room. Anyway, folks. Let's see. I'm at a loss for words. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Because I like bouncing all over the place with the free associative stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes like like one of the avenues will close in my head, like, okay, the firing squad thing is done.
Yeah.
And then I'm sort of like, I don't know where to come back into.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, the reality of the podcast. And I don't know if there is a reality anymore in this podcast.
Yeah. I do kind of like being on the razor's edge of like not knowing what's real and what's.
You know who's on the razor's edge? My dentist. The fucking guy. No, I'm serious. This fucking guy, he is so on the razor's edge. Dr. Schwartzman. Yeah. Whenever I go into him, he's like, "Hello, okay, let's look at," and I go, "Holy shit, Schwartzman." I call him Schwartzman, and he's like, "Call me Dr. Schwartzman." and every time he puts me in the chair, he straps me in. I'm like, "Why am I strapped in? I'm just getting a cleaning." And all he says to me, "Is it safe?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Is it safe?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Didn't you see the Marathon Man?" I mean, you mean Dustin Hoffman and Laurence Olivier? Yes. Is it safe? I'm like, "I don't have any diamonds." Okay, then I torture you. And he starts fucking drilling into my teeth to try to get information about diamonds.
Really?
And I'm like, "I am Eddie Pepitone here from North Hollywood."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Is it safe?"
Well, you do resemble a man with diamonds. It's a lot of.
Yes, I do. Maybe it's the mustache. I don't know.
I think it might be. It could be. Yeah, you could be a good. I could see you in the Uncut Gems as a character.
Boy, that was a good fucking movie. Did you like that one, Rob?
Yeah, love that movie.
Dude, Sandler.
I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
I watched it again, and it was. Yeah, I know what you mean because it's so tense. I watched it on a little crystal meth and eggnog.
Oh yeah.
I had a great holiday.
The Crystal
And-
Nog.
Crystal knock. Crystal knock.
Not-
that was what
Yes, I
in
said
commemoration of.
Crystal Nog is what I said.
No, we all heard what you said, Kevin.
We all heard
We
what
all
you
heard
said.
it.
Sometimes I slip into a German comes through.
Is it safe, Dr. Schwartzman? I'm just here for a cleaning. You are not in the movie Marathon Man. And then his assistant, it's always, his assistant, some woman who just slaps him. Schwartzman! She's like, Dr. Schwartzman!
Snap out of it.
You've slipped into the Zell character in Marathon Man.
Dude, my boy has had braces on for almost 3 years, and he got them off 2 days ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. He's
Now, do you put them on yourself, take them off yourself, or do
No.
you have a professional?
you go to the orthodontist to do that. Yeah, and he
Expensive?
yes, yeah, very pricey. Luckily, we had some help from the grandparents.
Oh,
pitched in.
nice.
Yeah, thank God for that. 'cause,
Hello, Grandmama?
yeah.
Yeah, it's Tinkin again. Look, a couple of the kids got crooked teeth.
Yeah.
You're not lying to me, are you? Because the last time I gave you braces money, you just bet it on the ponies. Look, Grandma, I'm sorry about that. I thought Lucky Stripe was a sure winner, and I thought I was going to triple your money. I couldn't believe that nag fucking died on me in the stretch. Well, what? Okay, so what are you calling about? One of the kids got crooked teeth. You're not going to Vegas, are you? No, the kids have crooked teeth. Why was there such a long pause? I'm sorry. Why are you pausing like that? It's making it weird. I already wired you the money. I just wired it while we were on the phone. Goodbye, Grandma.
That's
Where the
act-
fuck? What?
That's
Is that how it goes?
almost exactly. Yeah. No, I call and I go, hey, my son, he's really struggling emotionally. He's got these teeth.
Hey,
and
who
he thinks
isn't
about it.
struggling? By the way, emotional struggles.
Oh yeah.
Like I just felt anxious, coming in today.
Yeah.
Yeah, just anxiety about all. I don't know. You don't seem like an anxious guy.
When I'm around other people, I am able to hold it together. But if there's somebody, because I also think like I don't need to be drama in your life. You know what I mean? Like I should always.
I get it. I mean, I'm just saying you don't. We all try to hold it together.
Yeah.
The only place I really lose it is in a Rite Aid. I don't know what it is about the allergy section.
Yeah.
Like I'll walk in and I'll see an antihistamine and I'll just start yelling, I am anxious. And I am told to stay away from the Claritin.
Yeah.
I don't know why I get triggered
Yeah.
in the antihistamine section.
I get bothered by all the medications behind glass.
Okay,
Rite Aid.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because I can't believe the amount of things pharmacies
Yep.
are now putting behind glass. Like, all I want is some Reese's peanut butter cups. Why are they behind lock and fucking key?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, sir, a lot of people are making meth out of Reese's. Because, by the way, that's why they supposedly lock up, all the shit they
The
lock.
Sudafed is specifically. Yeah.
Is it Sudafed?
Sudafed? Yeah. That's. I watched Breaking Bad a couple of times.
How do
so-
you make meth out of Sudafed?
All right, folks. So first off,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Making Sudafed with Kevin and Eddie.
yeah. I don't know how they do it. But there's so much stuff. I even saw hand sanitizer behind glass, behind a locked glass. It's nuts because kids were stealing it and drinking it to get drunk.
Drinking. By the way,
Yeah, that's real.
if you're drinking hand sanitizer, okay, yes, you're keeping your lungs clean, but
That's true.
what the fuck are you doing? No, people aren't drinking hand sanitizer. That's a first of all, it's a viscous.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what, but I definitely
Imagine a bar
'Cause
that
I-
served hand sanitizer. No, Mike, what do you want? I don't know. I had a tough day. Let me get a double hand sanitizer.
Hey, let me get a double of Purell. Can I get a double?
Yeah,
of
let me
Purell?
get a Purell and make it strong, Frank.
Give me a Purell. And can I get a Dove bar of soap to chew on?
That's just nuts. But anyway, yeah, they have all this stuff. But pretty soon they're going to have like their employees behind lock and key. You know, like can someone ring me up? We can't find the lock for Frida.
Yeah.
She's our cashier. And she's just like pressed against the glass with the sign that says call 911.
You know, I've been kicked out of a lot of CVS pharmacies because I love those blood pressure machines. You ever? use them? But I like to, and I know you don't like to go too dirty and blue, but this is a true story that when I go in there, I see the blood pressure machine. I just want to put my hog in it. You know, I'll just put it in there, and you know what? It's actually
Sir, get your hog out of that. Sir, get your hog out of that blood pressure
I'm
machine.
like, I'm getting my readings for the week. Leave me my LDLs are too low.
Sir, I don't know what abbreviation LDL is. Okay, I do know about the Latter-day Saints. They're a little nuts. Even though I did enjoy Andrew McCarthy's performance in Banner of Heaven.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
Ooh, it was good. Did you see that one, Rob?
Which one?
I think it's Banner Under Heaven, or
It's
Banner.
Banner under Heaven. I did not see that one.
It's a Mormon movie.
Yeah, it's about a murder. It's a good fucking episodic.
Yeah.
I think it's like 6 episodes, and it's something that you could forget about your life for.
Under the Banner of Heaven.
Under the Banner of Heaven with Andrew McCarthy. Is it? No, Andrew. What's his name?
Oh, Andrew Garfield.
Shit, Andrew Garfield. I've reached the age now where I just am in the ballpark of thing. Yeah, you're gonna love Banner in Heaven with Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah.
And people have to like decipher. No, that's Under the Banner of Heaven with Andrew Garfield.
Sorry,
yeah, that's what I said.
I was distracted. I was looking up how to make methamphetamine out of.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got?
It's pretty easy. You just.
What do you do? What do you do?
You take pseudoephedrine and you reduce the hydrogen from the hydroxyl molecule on there.
Piece of cake.
Now, how do you reduce the hydrogen?
So you use iodine and one other. Let's see, where is it? Use iodine and something else. Phosphorus and iodine.
Oh.
And it strips
Hey, honey, can you run out and get me iodine and phosphorus? Aw, come on, Lou. Don't tell me you're making methamphetamine. No, I just want some iodine and phosphorus. For what? What? You're making methamphetamine, Lou. I'm telling you, I know I put pressure on you to bring more money in because we live in a country that doesn't help its people. Yeah, I know. Look, baby, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm making a methamphetamine again. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Look, I'm just trying to get us a bigger place. I mean, I don't think we should live in this tiny house.
I do like the idea of a guy who's making meth and his wife's like, honey, I'm going to the grocery store. You need anything while I'm out? He goes,
Iodine and phosphorus.
Could you give me some iodine and phosphorus and some Sudafed if you could? Because what? Well, you're already getting the bananas, out at the store. I figure since you're out, you might as well give me some iodine and Sudafed. I don't know. You're gonna be out there anyway.
By the way, I remember we used to use iodine on like cuts or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it still in use? That shit.
Yeah, I think iodine is the stuff that they use, like when you go get a shot and they put the brown stuff. I think that's the and they to clean it up, right?
Yeah, it's iodine.
Yeah, it's iodine.
Oh, iodine. Okay. Do they do that?
Yeah.
My doctor doesn't use iodine. He just spits where he where he shot, and I'm like, what the fuck are you spitting on my arm for? And he said, I'm just trying to disinfect.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dr. Stevens, why the hell are you spitting on my arm? I mean, COVID, RSV, we're in a triple-demic. And he's like, all right, you got me. We ran out of iodine. Yeah, but, okay, what about rubbing alcohol? We're out of that, too. What the hell do you have here, then? All we have now is cheese. Cheese? Wait a minute. Where the fuck am I?
Yeah. I love the idea of a doctor who's like, why do you spit on it? He's like, don't be a pussy. Like, don't come on. What are you complaining? It's fine. Get over it.
I'm just spitting on you because we don't have iodine or rubbing alcohol. All we have is cheese. Would you like some cheddar? I guess I would like cheddar. I'm just a little alarmed. Well, you shouldn't come to a doctor out in the middle of a cornfield.
Papa! Papa! Where is the iodine?
I attempt to find you.
Papa, where is... I'm looking for the iodine. And
Catch you the ball. Catch you the ball.
I got the ball. I'm looking for the iodine and the phosphorus. Out here in the field. That was last week's episode, I believe.
I hope people listen to these because I think the callbacks would be very funny for people.
Absolutely.
But people who just jumped on, they'd be like, God, these guys are really into non sequiturs.
Really out of nowhere. He just out of nowhere just starts saying random stuff. I don't get it.
By the way, you mentioned the Mormons. When I went to Utah for a festival years ago, me and my buddy got a tour.
What festival?
It was
Sundance?
No. It was Utah.
Slam Dance?
It was something at the
Dance?
Yes, it was the Slam Dance Festival in Utah, and it was Slam Dance and Slam Poetry, and I was one of the featured.
No, Slam Dance, I believe, is the name of the festival that kind of is opposite Sundance, the film festival.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't.
Is it Slam Dance?
That sounds right.
I don't mean to put Rob to work. Rob is great though with the computer.
It's nice.
There's Sundance. This is in Utah. Redford.
Yeah.
Started Sundance for, filmmakers, and now of course it's just a big festival that really isn't for indie filmmaker. And I think Slam Dance was the other festival.
Park City, Utah is Slam Dance.
It is Slam Dance. Okay, good.
Late January.
January.
Very good. Yeah, no, that's.
By the way, I went. It was unbelievable. I did a short film with my friend John Viner, and Viner, he went on to write for Family Guy, and I think he's still writing for that show. That show is still on the air, isn't it?
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah, do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I here's the deal. Like, I don't necessarily.
I could never get into it.
I used to love it, especially when I was younger. But now there's like a thing like Dane Cook. Like, I don't like Dane Cook, but I have to acknowledge that he was doing something that attracted arenas full of people, and I got to respect that. Like that's. But I don't really get it. But Family Guy, it's like I really liked it, and then as the years went on, it kind of became a weird. You know what I mean? And then people that were awkward would reference it a lot. And you're like, I don't want to be associated.
Now, I just want to ask you, why did you bring up Dane Cook in that story?
Because it's like I don't really. There's a lot of comedies where I'm like, I don't like it, I don't get it. But if it's very popular, I have to take that information into account.
By the way, I just thought of a funny 12-step group. Like, it's just people who don't like Dane Cook. And they're trying to like him because he's popular, and it's a 12-step group. And it's like, hi, my name is Kevin, and I don't like Dane Cook. And I haven't liked Dane Cook since I heard of him. My sponsor says that I need to watch his specials with an open mind, and when I watch it, I just don't like him, and I know it's me. But then I'm thinking maybe it's him.
It's like I was trying to watch.
What's your name, son?
My name's Eddie. I hate Dane Cook. I hate him. I'm trying to work on it. I was watching Good Luck Chuck the other day, which he stars in, and I started to enjoy it, but I just couldn't get the vision of him.
Do you have a sponsor?
I do have a sponsor, and he always reminds me, just like, look, just remember there's a lot of people watching, but all I can do is I can just see him on stage spitting his water into the air, getting cheap laughs on
Look, kid, I'm going to tell you.
Out. He's taking his shirt off. He's in good shape. Like, fuck him.
Look, you need to put pen to paper and write about your hatred for Dane Cook. You need, and you also need a higher power in your life that's going to help you understand that Dane Cook is not that funny. I mean, funny.
If I can be honest with you, that's one of the hardest, because the higher power thing I can't get behind because
why?
Because the fact that Dane Cook is popular points to the fact that there is no God. You know what I mean?
Look, it's not God. A higher power is anything you want it to be. It can be a tree or a river or, a person with a great ass. Your higher power doesn't have to be. Look, what I'm saying is that go back, watch Dane Cook's first special, and if you still don't like him, then come to our group and say it.
Yeah. I mean, I just think about, like, what did it say on his set list at the end? Just spit water into the crowd? I can't get over it.
All right, let's go on to...
By the way, we're at 57 minutes.
Are we?
Oh, yeah. We're trucking.
All right, let's wrap her up.
Yeah, we're zooming. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning into Apocalypse Soon with Eddie Pepitone, the podcast with no upside. If you enjoy this podcast and if you enjoy Eddie and you want to see more of this podcast, go to patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone, right? Is it /slash Pepitone?
All of a sudden, you don't... Eddie Pepitone.
Eddie Pepitone, that's right.
All of a sudden, this is why we don't get Patreon members.
7
Because
months
Kevin
later.
is putting out misinformation about where you can reach us.
What is it?
I'm punching in...
Wait,
I'm punching in /Pepitone.
wait.
Yeah, you shouldn't spell slash, Fred.
Yeah.
It's just that slash thing. What the fuck are you talking about? Slash was a guitarist.
And go to our YouTube and subscribe on there. And we put out clips and reels and all that stuff. Follow me and Eddie on Instagram. It's very easy to find. Just put our names in. And YouTube, write and review on iTunes or wherever you listen. And send us an email to eddiepetpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, everybody. And this I really want you to take to the bank. You're listening to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. We are in the end stages of capitalism. It's all crumbling around us, whether it's a triple-demic, the ecocide that's happening, the fact that 2/3 of the country can't get together $500 for an emergency, or maybe it's less than that. I don't know. Remember, I'm just in the ballpark of factual information.
I just heard Nestle bought all the clouds. Did you hear about that?
Nestle has now really bought the source.
Yeah.
I can't talk anymore. Let's wrap it up.
God bless you, Eddie Pepitone.
God bless you, Kevin Tinkin. And God bless this great podcast.